Good morning again, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. So today's meeting will be a little bit different. It's a little bit more relaxed than the webinars that you're used to us providing. This is essentially your typical Zoom call where we have the opportunity to see your faces, you have the opportunities to ask questions, and we really want this to be an interactive discussion as we learn about all of the details of the GBAC program. We are really excited for all of you to be a part of our Go Safely campaign. Last week, we introduced the campaign by email, and we provided details on the 2 steps that you can take to be a part of it. The first step is taking the Go Safety Pledge, and I hope all of you have had a chance to do that on the Visit Detroit website. Today, we're going to discuss that second portion, which is receiving GBAC START accreditation. GBAC stands for the Global Biorisk Advisory Council, and it's a division of ISSA, which is the world's leading trade association for the cleaning industry. Becoming accredited shows your business is maintaining strict cleaning protocols, you're utilizing best practices to ensure the safety of your employees and your guests, and all of our partners who complete the program will receive additional opportunities to be featured in our Go Safely campaign. In addition to that, you're going to receive access to the digital material, our digital Go Safety material, so you can use that in your social media accounts and on the websites. You will have a Go Safely badge that will be featured on your member profile on visitdetroit.com. And then you'll also be added to a Go Safely business directory. And another thing that we're doing for businesses that get this accreditation is we'll actually come out to your business and take photos of your business with the Go Safety signage and record any of your COVID-19 precautions that you're taking. Now, I'd like to introduce Ryan and Kim, who are our GBAC STAR program contacts. They've been wonderful in getting us set up with the program, and today they're going to provide an overview of what the program is, explain the process for getting certified, and answer any questions that you have. Ryan Denny's is the Inside Sales Support Specialist with ISSA, and Kim Altoff is the Vice President for Sales under the Trade Shows, Media, and Education Department. Ryan and Kim, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Angela, very, very much. And thank you to all of the partners here with Visit Detroit. Yes, we've got 2 of my colleagues here, Ryan, who is the key contact and GBAC customer service representative and inside sales support that we will help to support all of you as you go through this process. And Claire Lind is also on the call with us. So we are here to support, we're here to help, and we're here to really interact as much as we can. So if anyone has any questions throughout the course of the presentation, please don't be afraid if you want to put your question into the chat. Ryan and Claire can check or raise your little hand and we can talk through everything. But to start out, we're very excited to be here. For myself, as Angela noted, it's just been amazing to see the city initiatives and just the dedication and the partnership that different convention and visitors bureaus have had throughout this really challenging time of COVID and the pandemic. So for us, as Angela mentioned, ISSA, we are a not-for-profit trade association. We have been around almost 100 years. I have been with the association almost 25 years, and it's been amazing to see it grow. So for us, we always say we're changing the way the world views cleaning. That's been our passion. And that has really been what all of my colleagues, we've worked so hard through membership, education, and training, advocacy. But you'll see we're a worldwide global association, almost at 10,000 members worldwide, spanning over 105 different countries. So with ISSA, we have a lot of different divisions. And we were very, very fortunate last year in October to welcome the Global Biorisk Advisory Council. For us, as I stated, our passion has always been spreading the word about really taking to heart, as Angela mentioned, that the cleaning and disinfecting practices Where GBAC came into play was really going to be that scientific level of cleaning for us. We were going to be able to utilize the experts, the advisory council, and those to really work starting in 2020 with a training and education that was going to help to tell people about the removal of harmful pathogens, infectious disease prevention, and forensic cleaning. So we knew there was a need for that. And the executive director, Patty Ollinger, and her team, and this is just really to show a few, Dr. Gavin McGregor Skinner, Dr. Paul Meacham, and Dr. Stefan Wagner. And there are so many more that are part of the GBAC team. But as you can see, a lot of them have been in academia. Someone like Gavin still continues to teach at Harvard and at Penn State. Their networks, the relationships that they have had through public health officials, through government associations. So their knowledge is vast, and they have been a huge support to us. So GBAC became a part of the family last fall. Starting out, we were going to do a lot of face-to-face training workshops. But as we all know, the pandemic hit, and Ryan's heard this story many of times. Claire is going to start to hear it a lot, and you all will just really, which I find so fascinating, as we really started to want to introduce Patty and her team and the GBAC team. So one of our publications that we have is ISSA Today. And in the January issue, Patty was on the cover, and she was in all of her PPE and in her protective suit. And really the story was going to tell the cleaning industry, tell our members, tell our subscribers who GBAC is, what GBAC can do for you. But the true question that was asked early in January is, are we prepared for a pandemic? So at that stage of the game, we really didn't know about what was happening in China. There had been a little bit of talk, but obviously, as you fast forward into February and March, when this all started to unravel, the article will tell you that Patty was stating that we were not prepared for a pandemic, that we all really take pride in what we do with cleaning and disinfecting of our facilities, but no one really knew what would be involved with infectious disease prevention. So for us, in February and into March, we created an online course, which is called your GBAC Online Fundamentals course. It's a 2.5-hour course that really does help to educate individuals. It provides an individual certificate of completion. It's going to tell you about COVID-19, about infectious diseases. It's going to tell you the importance of PPE, and then it's going to talk to you about cleaning and disinfecting. It's going to tell you why you need to go and take a look at the EPA N list and make sure that you're using products that are on that list. It's going to let you know what a dwell time means and what the definition of that. So we were very, very grateful and blessed to see the outpouring. I think we're up to about probably 15 to 17,000 individuals that have actually taken that course. That course is a part of the GBAC STAR accreditation that Angela was talking about. And Ryan will kind of go into all of that when we give you the specifics. But what we did very quickly is, come May of this past year, we launched what we call the GBAC STAR accreditation. We were going to launch this. It was going to be a part of our trade show that we were going to have in Chicago. It's an annual show that we do every year, and I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with trade shows coming to your great city. But we knew that there was also a possibility with what was happening with the shutdown of cities and government restrictions that we would maybe not be able to have our trade show. So with that, the GBAC team very quickly curated and put together a content and a program that's called the GBAC STAR accreditation. And what it was and is to prepare, respond, and recover. It's for facilities Really truthfully, to be able to have a team of experts, a community to go to with GBAC, and to be involved in a partnership to help you through this process. The GBAC STAR accreditation is a performance-based management system. Some of you have probably been familiar with WELL or LEAD, some of those programs that are out there. It's very similar to that. But what the GBAC STAR facility accreditation focuses on is cleaning and disinfecting. And we do know through a lot of surveys that have been done, research within different organizations that have asked people about coming back to meetings, coming back to your office, coming back to traveling. You know, what bothers you and what keeps you up at night? And that is cleaning and disinfecting. That is making sure that you feel safe going into these facilities. So this is what GBAC STAR accreditation will do and will help you with your facility. As you go through the 20 elements and as you're putting together your handbook, you are going to basically note, as Angela stated, that you're maintaining very strict cleaning protocols for infectious disease. You're using the best practices to limit the impact of future outbreaks. You're protecting those individuals, your staff, and those customers coming into your facility now and into the future, ongoing. And you're going to be prepared for any type of reoccurring challenges, because we want facilities, and that's the goal, is to be able to open if you haven't already opened, and to stay open and really feel confident about what you're doing. It's going to give confidence and safety for the staff that's inside that facility. So it's going to provide training. It's going to empower those individuals that are doing the cleaning and disinfecting and working in the facilities, their job safety. It's going to make sure that they're highly skilled. And as we talked about with regards to taking the online fundamentals course, that they're skilled in their understanding about infectious disease response. And it's really going to continue to elevate and educate them on what's going on. We know that this COVID-19 is a very fluid virus, and what continues, to transpire, things can be very good for certain months, and then you start to see outbreaks happening more. As you go through this GBAC STAR accreditation program with the GBAC team, you're going to work on different risk assessment, different risk mitigation, to make sure you're prepared for those type of instances. So as we talk about, it prepares you to make sure your facility is safe, your customers are safe, and your staff is safe. So with this, with your customers coming into your facility, the assurance that the facility has been disinfected and cleaned at its highest standard, that there's a renewed trust and confidence in that cleanliness and safety. You can put that GBAC STAR accreditation seal very safely onto your website. Show the plaque in your facility as individuals, business travelers, leisure travelers are coming in to your facility. Your community residents are coming in to your location, and they're seeing that GBAC seal. The increased confidence, the peace of mind, for some of you that may be familiar with what they call the Good Housekeeping Seal of Approval, very similar to that. That's what we say the GBAC STAR accreditation seal is. It's really providing that peace of mind, that confidence, and that trust. Who would really want to take advantage of the GBAC STAR accreditation? We have really seen unlimited number of facilities and different markets find a very vast want and need and really reward of going through the program. Airports, stadiums, convention centers, arenas, retail, outdoor shopping malls, indoor shopping malls, commercial space for office buildings, athletic and health clubs, restaurants, hotels, spas, airplanes. Churches we have had sign up. So really, it just continues. Really, as we know too, with the challenges of the virus, some businesses, excuse me, have been able to maintain and open up at a full capacity level. Some have had limited capacity. But we do know, hopefully going into 2021, that things will continue to get better and that everyone will be working towards that full capacity of 20%, excuse me, 100%. We've been fortunate to see, American Airlines has signed up for the program. Hyatt Hotels has signed up for the program. So there's been cities like yourself, Visit Dallas, Visit Baltimore, Discover the Palm Beaches. There's been an overwhelming response to have an incredible initiative like your Go Safely campaign, to help the partners and help the facilities in each city. So the GBAC STAR Accreditation performance-based program, what's involved, and how detailed is it, and how much time will it take me? So you could have a program in place, and there's no doubt that all of you and a lot of you do. And some of this will come probably easier than others, depending on what documentation and what you have already in the works, what you've been working with your in-house cleaning staff. Perhaps you're using an outside contractor. But as you can see here, it's 6 easy steps. Ryan's going to kind of go through it in a little bit more detail, but just to outline it at a high level, you're going to apply. We've created a dedicated application link for Visit Detroit. And then you're going to apply. And then basically after that, you get a step 1, what we call is your listing of resources, your handbook, your template, your guidelines. So we try to provide as much information to be able to help you through this whole process of fulfilling the documentation for your 20 elements. Once you apply, you can also put out a press release if you want to, that's going to state that you're committed to getting your GBAC STAR. And just this month, we launched our GBAC STAR directory, which is on our GBAC website. And it's really great. If you get the opportunity, go to that and take a look at that, because that will show you the GBAC STAR accredited facilities, but it also shows if you've committed. So if someone is looking at coming to your city, hosting a meeting, hosting an event, they can go into the directory and they can search that out to see what locations in Detroit have signed up or get accredited. But you're going to work to complete your 20 elements. You're going to submit your 20 elements to the GBAC STAR technical review team. They're going to come back to you and they're going to let you know if there's some gaps. They're going to interact with you on what you've written up on all of those 20 elements. They're going to make sure everything is in line and ready to go. And that roughly, we're saying right now, could take anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks. Some facilities have gone through it quicker based on what information they've already had documented and the team that they're working with. And some, it has taken a full 8 weeks or maybe even a little bit longer because maybe there's only a part-time staff available. But it's okay. It doesn't matter. You're working at your own speed and at your own time to be able to go through this process. And you've got the support and the partnership of myself, Ryan, Claire, and the GBAC review team. But you've gone through this. You get the email that says, congratulations, your GBAC STAR accredited. You can send out a press release, and then you get your marketing toolkit to be able to start to put the word out there that you have fulfilled this great accomplishment. You go into the directory, you get your seal by your name, and this is a 1-year accreditation. And then there will be a renewal process, and we'll talk through all of that with you when the time comes. But you're a part of the GBAC community. And with that GBAC community, There's continued education that you can be a part of, newsletters that you receive, updates on the virus, a lot of different tools and resources that are going to be able to help you through this uncertainty that we're all in. And as we overcome all of these challenges of what's happening with this COVID-19 virus. So the application process, my colleague Ryan's going to give us a little overview of the easy steps and how easy it's going to be to go through that dedicated Visit Detroit portal to get you applied. Ryan?
Yes, thanks, Kim. Good morning, everyone. So this is just some screenshots of our general application. So after this call, you've made the decision that you want to move forward and achieve your accreditation. You'll receive a dedicated link just for Visit Detroit. And the general application includes just general information. It'll be contact, facility type. We do require a 50% deposit at the time of application. We didn't mention this, but Visit Detroit has graciously offered, they're covering 10% of the cost. So you'll receive a 10% discount when you apply. The pricing model is different based on the facility type. So if you're a hotel, it's based on your room rate, or your room count. If you are a meeting space or an office building, you'll be based on square footage. And you can see this here. You'll also see this during the application process. This is all online. It'll take about 2 to 3 minutes to complete, and you'll receive an email with your confirmation of application. Following the application, you'll receive an email to the links of resources that Kim mentioned. So that'll be your handbook. We have templates for convention centers and hotels. So you can utilize those and see a model of what the documentation will actually look like that you submit to review. All of this is located in one centralized location, and this is a screenshot of what that web page looks like. We do have other languages, so if that interests anyone, but I'm sure most people use English. So including the handbook and the other resources, we do have the PR kit, which I know with the Go Safely campaign, you guys will also have social media and press releases that will be at your disposal. We'd also like you to utilize what we have to offer as well. I'm sure those can go hand in hand with one another. As you review all of the documents and resources, the 20 elements. So 20 elements really run from an org chart. So who's in your organization, who's responsible for what, and it also goes to a risk assessment, inventory management. So you'll be creating a document that houses all of this information in one centralized location, and that's what you're submitting to review. You'll create a task force. It can be one person, it can be 12 people, depending on how large your facility is. Once you create your documentation, you'll submit it through our portal. This will all be included in that initial email that you receive after the application is submitted. Once you submit it, it'll go to our review team. The review team right now is looking at 4 to 6 week turnaround time of reviewing. If they have questions, if they see that you have some gaps that we need to fill, we are not a pass fail. We are here to help you get through this program. We have not turned anyone away because they weren't capable of submitting what we needed to see in their documentation to be accredited. So myself, Claire, Kim, our review team, we're all here to get everyone through this program and create the protocols and procedures for the facility to have that seal on their door and show that they're taking their procedures seriously. So once you get approved, you'll receive another link with a marketing kit saying that you are a GBAC START facility and you are fully accredited. You'll also receive a certificate that you can have in your facility. You'll also receive 1 year of membership for ISSA. So you'll have access to our full library of resources, so education. our newsletters, just as if you're a member, not just the accreditation. So you get extra benefits there. Along with your accreditation, you'll get a complimentary course for the fundamentals course that we have. So depending on how many rooms you have or the cost of your accreditation, that's how many courses you'll receive. So it's per $1,000 you get one complimentary course, or per 100 room you get a complimentary course. Along with the certificate and membership, you'll also get access to our GBAC store, which will be launching soon, where you'll have access to purchase plaques and more materials to show that you're a GBAC START facility. And with that, we will open up for questions. If anyone has any, if I can stop sharing my screen.
Great. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Angela.
Thank you, ladies. I do have a question. Could you just do a brief overview of the 20 points, and just so people can kind of get a feel for, exactly what they're doing when they're looking at each one of those things and checking off that list?
Yeah, let me share my screen again with the 20 elements.
And what's great, everybody, too, as Ryan was noting with the resource email that you're going to get, that's going to give you a lot of the handbooks and the templates. There is a great template there that, we kind of say it's almost like fill in the blank, because you may have a lot of this already documented. It's already, perhaps in a handbook that you have for your facility. But you'll be able to literally go through the template and put in your information for program element number 1. Then it'll go into program element number 2, and you're going to put in your facility commitment statement. But basically, this is an outline of all of the individual items that you would need to have written up and put through the templated version that we stated is really somewhat like a fill in the blank. Number 1, your organizational roles and responsibilities and the authorities. As Ryan noted, that's kind of your task force, right? You'd want your owner to be a part of that. Any of your leaders that are taking the initiative of obviously the importance of all of this in your facility. It's also going to involve whoever those individuals might be for your cleaning team. As I stated, if that's an in-house cleaning staff and individuals that are a part of that, your director of operations, your director of facility services, or perhaps you outsource that to a cleaning contractor, you're going to want them to be involved in that, because they're going to be able to help you through this process. What's your facility commitment statement? In the resources and in the handbook, it gives you an example of what a facility commitment statement is. What's your conformity and your compliance? What are your goals and objectives and your targets, through this whole GBAC STAR accreditation? What are your program controls and monitoring? What is your risk assessment and your risk mitigation strategies? What are your standard operating procedures? What tools and equipment are you using? What cleaning and disinfecting chemicals? Your inventory controls and management? What current PPE are you asking of your cleaning and disinfecting and your cleaning team to be wearing and utilizing? What's your waste management? What current training and competency do you have in place for the team there to be taking? Some individuals, basically, as Ryan noted, you're going to get those complimentary GBAC Online Fundamentals course, but some want additional staff members to take that course, or they have other training in place that you would be noting down under element number 14. What's your emergency preparedness and response plan? What is your facility infectious disease prevention policies? Some of you may have already had that in place, thinking of something into the future, but some of you may not. And now you've got to put together what your infectious disease prevention policies are. And what we do like to say is that, I think when this all hit us in March, a lot of us were all stating, this could just be one and done, right? Hopefully, our hope was in a couple of months, this would have all gone away and we would all be getting back to normal. And as we've noted, we want to all get back to normal, but there is a new normal. And how are we all going to work together in what this new normal is? For us, we've always really put a high value to the value of clean. For us, I think we're going to see facilities put even more attention, resources, dollars, and money into that, because some people had limited budgets. We all cleaned and we knew it was important, but now you're cleaning at a whole different level of importance. And you're cleaning with wanting to show, that confidence and trust that you have taken that to heart and you've put together these protocols, these standard operating procedures to make sure you're doing the right thing. What is your worker health program that you have? What types of audits and inspections do you do? The control of your supplies, and then your document management, right? The document management is really what have you had in place with all of these documents outlining all of this. And as you're going to put together this handbook, or you're going to go through the templated version and you're going to fill in the blanks, you're going to get through this and put this incredible booklet together that's going to be able to help you, your staff there at the facility, and as we really stated, give you that confidence and assurance that you are doing the right things. Does that help, Angela? Oh, Angela, you're on mute. I tend to do that, so I always get called out for that.
Yes, I am a repeat offender. That helped a lot. We do have a few questions in the chat.
Wonderful.
One being, how do you calculate the cost of the program for restaurants specifically?
Sure. Ryan, you want to take that one?
Yes, so it is per seat in the restaurant, which I have the pricing sheet that I can pull up as well, so everyone can see what their price structure would be. So restaurants are, occupancy, so it's $5 per seat. We do have a $500 minimum. With the 10% discount, it does come to $450 for the total accreditation. So at time of application, it'll just be that 50% deposit. With hotels, $3 per room. Arenas and stadiums, theaters, anything that has a hard seat, we do per seat for 30 cents per seat with a $500 minimum. And then we have different tiers for square footage of meeting spaces, offices, museums, pretty much anything that doesn't fit into the structure of a restaurant or a hotel or a theater. So,
Ryan, with that per seat count, is that pre-COVID or post-COVID now that they're operating at a limited capacity?
So it's at the capacity of the facility. So whatever the operating capacity is.
Okay.
Yeah, and Ryan and Angela, we can take a look at that. We will be the first to tell you that breaks my heart because I love to go out to eat, and I love to travel. But restaurants have been hard, and we certainly understand that. I know they value the accreditation, but it's been very difficult. I think, as so many of us have seen, so many of our favorite restaurants, either have to close up or have limited capacity. And obviously for us, summertime was wonderful and all the outdoor dining, but we're going into our winter season, which is going to make it more difficult. So we will try to work with restaurants as much as we possibly can. We want to be able to help them. Obviously, there are some expenses on our side that we just have to be cautious of. But if by chance a restaurant can only be at a certain occupancy level, but really wants to go through the program, please talk to us and let us know, and we can see what we can do. And maybe it just ends up being the minimum if it was going to be a little bit more. So we're here to help any way we can.
Thank you, Kim. That is great to hear. Another question is for our hotels that may have the program through their management or through the hotel chain, something like the Hyatts. What process should they use as far as signing up? Do they go through our site or should they go through their own hotel site? How is the best way for them to approach that?
Ryan, you want to take the
Yes,
question
I'll
about
take
the
that.
Hyatt, and then I'll do the one about the other chains.
Yes, so Hyatts, we do have a dedicated link because we have an agreement with corporate Hyatt. So they should have already applied, most Hyatts. I can drop my email personally in the chat here so everyone has it. For those Hyatts that have not applied, I can provide them that link and they can apply directly through Hyatt. Other hotel chains will apply directly through your link, especially because they'll receive the discount. So they'll want to utilize that.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we're happy. We can certainly check on any Hyatts to see where they're at with regards to the application. But Hyatt has been an incredible partner, obviously worldwide. They have supported it. They've really taken on an incredible initiative with regards to everything that they're doing, as have, Marriott and Hilton. And what you probably see out there too is a lot of programs that companies have put into place. Certain, they put a great name to it, their cleaning pledge, what they're doing through Hilton Hotels, Marriott Hotels. You'll see it through the airlines. You'll see it through rental car companies, and all of that is wonderful. I mean, that's where, as I stated earlier in our conversation, when we talk about the value of clean, that's really an organization or a company. And they should be very proud of that, really wanting to outline what their protocols are, what they're doing within their facility to provide that confidence and trust. But they would take those plans that they have in place, they'd go through the 20 elements. And then the one thing that I did forget to mention, everybody, is that when you look at the GBAC STAR accreditation, it's being validated by a third party. And it's being validated by that GBAC team of experts. So while the programs that you're seeing through the Hiltons, the Marriotts, the Delta Airlines, and all of those are great, they're self-certifying programs within their own organization. So what we have been very fortunate to see is companies like that taking that and now they're applying through the GBAC STAR accreditation, of getting that accreditation too. And what we're also seeing, which is very exciting for us, is online travel agencies like Hotel Maps and the Expedia Group is learning more about what the GBAC STAR accreditation means, and that we are partnering with those organizations and agencies to be able to pull data from our directory into their directories. So if someone is going on Expedia, and as we know, there's such great information there that you can search out about a hotel, you'll be able to see if that hotel has now received their GBAC STAR accreditation. So I think everybody, there's so many of us out there that really want to try to work together to really try to help these facilities and spread the word about what everybody's doing, because every little bit makes a difference. And really, I think over time will make us really feel more comfortable about traveling, coming back out, being a part of our incredible meetings and trade show industry, even welcoming the community and our residents of the community to feel more safe coming to our facilities. So it's happening. It's going to continue to happen. And we really feel optimistic that over time and into the new year, it is going to get better.
Thank you so much, Kim. We do want to give everyone else an opportunity to ask any questions that you have. Please feel free to speak your questions, or if you have anything that you'd like to put in the chat, we want to make sure we address all of your questions and your concerns prior to getting off the call. So I'll do one last call for questions. Okay, it sounds like everyone has the information that they need right now to see if this program is a good fit for them. I do want to let everyone know that we will be sending out follow-up information as far as the elements and the application form so that you can have all the details that you need to take back to your teams and get signed up for the program. Please reach out to myself or Ryan if you have any questions as far as getting set up or clarification on any of the points in implementing this at your property. But thank you all for joining us today, and I hope you all have a great day, and we hope that you are able to join us in this campaign.
Thank you, Angela. Thanks for letting us fill your morning and start your morning, all of the Visit Detroit partners, to learn a little bit about the GBAC STAR accreditation. We're here to help you in any way we can. So we look forward to working together with all of you.
Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you so much, Kim. Thank you so much, Ryan. It's been a pleasure speaking with both of you. Have a great day, everyone. And please, like I said before, make sure you reach out if you have any questions.
Wonderful. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.